Wrestling Talk Podcast, the only rock solid wrestling podcast there is. No imitators, baby. Episode 209. Chico Libre on the call. Kenny Cornell, whose ass I'm going to smoke later today in the championship match. And who's going to smoke that ass? Buck Nasty, Marcus Johnson, the rock solid world's heavyweight champion, baby.
We shall see, Skip. We shall see.
It's getting heated already.
We got a hell of a championship match planned, trying to be a little bit original with it, that type of thing. But, you know, it's different. I think y'all like it. Don't worry about that. Trust in Buck Nasty. But, obviously lots to talk about, as we normally do. This is our style now, you know. One thing we want to get started on here is we've noticed that there are a few, more than a few, contracts in AEW coming up. And coming up, I mean as in about to be over with. It's not like they're getting fired. And that's the key difference here, is to know that they're not getting fired. They're just choosing not to, go forward.
They're not going to come back.
Right, exactly. So whether that's the talent doing that, Tony and management doing that, or a combination of both, I think that is, as a stark contrast to the way WWE does it, and they don't really have a whole big thing where it's like, oh, you can't compete for this many days after that. If we let you go or you request a release or anything like that, it's not like that.
Yeah, they're doing Forbidden Door stuff in between, and pretty much everyone can work indie dates in between Dynamite and the pay-per-views and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's really no need for a do not compete.
And I think that's cool, though. It opens up the wrestling industry. We've talked about it on this show before.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe, before we came on the air, actually, just in that vein, I read something your dad had to say, Mr. Cornette, about how he's not digging or he didn't appreciate Moxley showing up at NEW last night. Tony doesn't have a tight enough leash on his people or something like that. Are you serious? Cornette, what do you have to say about that? What do you think?
Was that a recent tweet?
Yes, recent, very recent.
How recent?
I'd say before we came on the air, maybe an hour or two.
Oh well, yeah. I have no idea that. I don't know what's going on. Neither do I care.
What? I don't understand. What's his gripe about it?
I don't know. I mean, he's in the same boat as Bully Ray right now, to be honest.
Whether he thinks he should apologize to the motherfucker who was talking shit?
No, not the apology or anything like that. We'll get to that. But it was the fact that, for some reason or another, he doesn't like seeing, AEW talent being able to work elsewhere, too.
Oh.
So, it's one of those things.
It's fine.
Yeah, it is fine. And again, that's what makes AEW different than everywhere else. Even though WWE's trying to do their little forbidden door crap or whatever you could call it, but...
Yeah, before we go further, I gotta talk about your dad a little bit more, because,
Shoot!
Yeah, because this is the problem I have with him. I understand, he's a known personality. He's been in the business for a really long time.
Oh yeah,
and
historian.
I get the fact that he cares, but a lot of times he is very, very wrong, and I can point to numerous examples. This we just talked about, and when he was in charge of Ring of Honor, he hated on the Bucks, and look where they are now.
Yeah, they always hate. He always hates on the Bucks.
He hated on Kevin Steen and El Generico, and that's one of the best feuds in Ring of Honor history.
Yeah.
So that's why takes like that, that's why he just irritates me.
I get that.
That just shows you he's doing his job still.
But see,
after all these years, he's still doing his job. If he can make people like you annoyed, he's doing his job damn well. That's all I got to say about that.
I mean, there's a certain point to where that works, but then there's a certain line that you don't cross into bad take territory.
It's not like manager heat that he used to conjure up back in the day, where you still had to see what happens next. Like for me, it's go away heat.
Ooh.
Like I don't really want him around. Like he's gonna be around just because, but I don't freely listen to his podcast or anything like that. I just it's like the E. I just hear about it from hearsay or wrestling Twitter or wherever. But yeah, I don't subscribe.
It's okay if you're mad that he won't let you his wife, but you know I get that. But I mean,
I should
Chico's
be so
still gonna
lucky.
swing by his house.
Yeah,
But
I'm sure he already did.
oh yeah, of course, that's a given. But yeah, I mean, I get where you're coming from with this, and Cornette, it sounds like you've drawn the ire of Libre. So it's one of those things.
This is nothing that I haven't said in the chat already. So
Now we just put it out there for y'all to see.
Yeah, good work. Keep up the good work. That's all I say. Keep up the good work. Keep pissing them off, please.
Oh boy. But yeah, I just didn't agree with that. With what Cornette was talking about, where y'all shouldn't work elsewhere. Like stop. Like don't even just don't do that. But speaking of,
Well, no, because see, from what I heard earlier this week, he was having to grapple with the fact that he was coming back from his rehab stint and working elsewhere first because he hadn't watched Rampage yet with his first match back.
But that's his fault that he didn't watch Rampage, right?
Oh, one point I want to make. Does he have the same energy for Rock and Roll Express?
I don't know.
They just had a match last night against FTR.
It's who?
I don't know. Don't know.
His boys.
FTR.
Don't know. Don't care. I'll tune in next
Oh, you
week.
know. You care.
He don't care. Oh,
Don't-
boy.
No
Yeah, I'll
need,
tune in next week.
no need to play a cool hot shot.
Oh man, but I mean, there's so much there's so much drama in the LTC. I mean,
In the ROC.
of course, but it's I'm just saying, like there's so many avenues in which wrestlers, at least from AEW and things like that, can go down and like surprise the fans, like go to these indie events. AEW, in my opinion, is supporting indie wrestling very much so. They're working with them as a benefit and not a detriment. That's why I can't trust WWE right now with their Forbidden Door stuff, because it's not. It's literally only going to benefit them. No talent's going to go over to Impact, anything like that. That's not the case.
It's just Mickey James coming back
it's
to
just
the
a
Rumble,
one-off.
and that's it.
It's just a
Because
one-off.
they fired so many women.
Everybody's like, we want Moose to come over. Why? We all know.
So they
his
can toss
past.
him out.
Yeah, exactly.
Toss
It's
him out,
not like
make
he's
him
gonna
look
win
bad.
it.
Yeah, I do not trust him in WWE territory.
WWE is not gonna give him any type of clout or any that Impact any type of clout. So we need to just crush that right now. So
Yeah, the thing about that is like, Moose has been like on TV, like calling out Roman Reigns for the longest. And
Yeah.
my thing is with all this Forbidden Door stuff is, don't start fires you can't put out. Meaning, don't conjure up talk of doing something unless you are actually going to do it.
they're trying to get some type of attention
Yeah.
or whatever with it. So they're not really. It's not a means sitting there like they already agreed on it and now they're selling the match. They're just trying to stoke the fire.
Yeah, I get that. I just hate like talks of like countless fantasy booking and then it never happens and it gets to the point where it will never happen.
Well, I mean that I feel like that's all the Peter do. No, I'm playing.
It's all Peter Dude's fault.
But it's all the Shill's fault though, because they're the ones that started. That I have a feeling. Yes, and I'm gonna call y'all out now. That they watch AEW and they see all this crossover stuff happening, and they're like, "Oh, I wish, where I liked did something like this." And then when they get the
They used to.
teeny tiniest little sniff of something like that about to happen, they go all over it. And now everybody wants to act like, oh, they've been watching Impact and they know all the stars over there and stuff like that. No, you don't. You're just desperate for something like what we got. That's what we have.
Yeah.
Shut up. But to be honest with you, like I want to kind of touch back on this the contract renewals and stuff like that, because like I said, it's key. It's very key. Who are some of the names that people are speculating?
The most notable is Marco Stunt.
Yeah.
Joey Janela.
Isn't Marco Stunt doing like voice stuff now, like for voice?
Yeah, that's what I've heard of.
Yeah.
He is really good with music, so
Yeah.
good for him on that.
I didn't know that. That's
Yeah,
kind of cool.
He can play the guitar and sing, so we wish him the best on that.
Yeah.
And the one that's really grinding my gears, Brian Cage, the biggest example of a squandered talent, especially after what I saw from the clips I saw of his match with Will Ospreay.
Yeah.
Like, to have somebody that athletic, who is the size that he is, who is as swole as he is, and I feel like, yeah, I understand that his wife sounded off a little bit, but that could have been talked out.
Yeah.
You could have conferenced that and worked that out. We still don't really know like what really happened.
And we'll probably never know, to be honest, because we're just wrestling journalists or whatever.
Not necessarily. I mean, he could come out like in a shoot interview at some point.
Cornette, what do you think over there about the whole Brian Cage thing? Like, do you think he gets re-signed or used on TV or what?
I think he probably can get re-signed. Just keep his wife's mouth shut.
And keep him away from Team Taz. I didn't like that pairing altogether.
From the gate.
Really?
From the start. When he came out and tore the ladder apart, like,
No, I was
okay.
I was cool with it because as much talent as he has, promos aren't really his strong suit. So I was glad that somebody was talking for him.
But at what point do you because people do this a lot, whereas it's like, oh, this person needs a mouthpiece, this person needs this, person
Yeah,
needs
some
that.
people do.
Do you know how many even before, so for instance, Moxley, before he left or whatever, we know he could do a promo,
Mhm.
but he came out, he let his action do the talking. Why can't somebody so swole as Brian Cage do that for himself?
So some people got it, some people don't. I don't really have like a scientific explanation for it, but yeah, there are certain talents who need like a Bobby Heenan, and I'll even throw in a Jim Cornette because Yokozuna had him, and it also applies to like certain people who like can't really speak English very well.
Yeah.
Like honestly, I think Andrade still needs a manager.
Oh,
Yeah,
gosh.
I
even
can
get on
say
him.
that. I can say that, and at the risk of we're not making fun of him or anything like that, but it's just
no shade or anything.
Yeah.
It's just like
barriers, man.
it's just his accent is
It's
very,
real
Very
thick.
heavy.
It's so thick, like the
So
the green squishy from.
that's why a lot of us were hoping that Thea Trinidad would come in, or I'd like to see Selena De La Renta from MLW, but I guess she's too busy with her OnlyFans
But,
page.
I mean, are we mad at that though? I mean,
Not at all. I respect the hustle.
Absolutely.
I'm just saying, like I think she has more to offer the wrestling world. That's
Yeah.
all.
There's
You
a
know,
lot of people.
No offense, I really can't be mad at how Tony is handling some of these situations.
Yeah.
Because they're looking at him like, yeah, he's a great person to work with, but they get bitter and they expect him not to, come back at them.
Like not
Yes.
to react.
Yeah. And that's what everybody was saying. Again, the e-shills, because I was looking at it, and they were like, "Oh, I guess it's just isn't such rainbows and great place to
Yeah,
work
but
over there
everybody's
after
looking
all,
at-
is it?"
Everybody's looking at him like he's a pushover, and he's
Yeah.
not.
He's not. He's a
He's not.
businessman. Like, and speaking of that or whatever, like drawing maybe
So that's what I'm saying. I
ire.
feel like
of
the situation with Leo Rush
Yeah,
and
that's
then
it.
Cage's
Oh
wife
yeah,
was
Leo
like,
Rush.
the
So
Leo
he's gonna
Rush.
be a free
use my
agent,
husband
which-
on TV, and it's like, don't
Yeah.
tell me what to do with my talent.
right.
Like,
Exactly.
you can't bully me into doing anything.
Yeah. I can't help but feel like that came back to bite him a little bit
It did.
with the whole, because I mentioned it in our chat when it happened. It was just like, I swear, if he leaves over this, like, I'm done. Because I'm
Are we talking about
really
Leo?
just, yeah.
Fuck him.
Leo
Oh,
Rush.
He is. He announced that. You didn't see that?
Yeah, he's
Not to
a
sound
free agent
brash,
as
he
of Valentine's
just-
Free
Day.
agent as of February.
He's got
14th.
to go.
Yeah,
He's got to go. Just let him go.
it sucks though, because I like him as a talent so much,
Me too.
and that's what disappoints me so
And-
much.
And it seemed like he was gonna have something great going with
Yeah.
the gimmick that
We
Yeah,
wanted
he was
him
tough.
to lead Top
He was
Flight. Imagine that. Like, come on, man. Like,
But
yeah.
he get in his feels.
yeah
He
him and
just says stuff off the cuff, and
Yeah.
he doesn't think about it until after the fact.
him and Top Flight in the trios
ah,
match
That
matches
would've-
though
Jesus,
would have slapped.
come on, like that's a no-brainer.
But on the upside though, it looks like Jay Lethal is gonna take that spot,
Yeah.
which I'm fine with because
Yeah.
we need more. I feel like we need more Jay Lethal on TV.
And everybody is like, they're like, oh, you pass up such and such, like for Jay Lethal. Like, are you kidding me? Jay Lethal is
He's
a
Jay
boss.
Lethal. Like,
Like, what are y'all saying?
have you seen the lethal injection?
Right. That's the best. That's the best cutter in the business right now. Over the RKO. So like,
And Cody's.
yeah,
He even put it over.
That's what-
Cody
yeah.
put it over. We gotta get to that later.
yeah. So I mean, I get why everybody's so upset, because I'm upset too. I'm upset about the whole like Leo Rush thing. But then you think about it again with the contract renewals. You know, there's a lot of like originals for AEW that, you know, I wouldn't mind seeing go someplace else. I really don't want to lose Leva Bates, but she hasn't done a damn thing. I love her
I know.
to death.
I know she does
That
like
blue pen
she
is
does some
right.
she does some backstage things.
Yeah, that's why I think they're
So I
gonna
don't-
keep her on and stuff.
so
Like
I
she's
don't-
part of BTE,
Yeah.
so I hope they do.
Yes.
But I just, you know, I don't want her to go. To be honest, I'd rather look at her. And I'm not ogling you or whatever. I know you can wrestle.
Yeah.
I want you to wrestle. I want you to be a prominent wrestler. But then we got talk of all these other like women about to come in, some big power players about to come into AEW.
Yeah,
the women's division.
Serena Deeb did an interview with I think podcast or
Yeah.
show talking about that there is going to be some more women coming in. So I'm already rubbing my hands
Oh,
like
for
Birdman for Athena
Yeah.
and Mia Yim.
Yep. I think those are the top two
Yeah.
that they're gonna try and pull
And-
in.
I would say Taya, but I don't know like what her
I'm looking for those two that you just said,
I don't know what her obligations are to AAA.
but then also am wanting what's her face? God dang it, Tegan, Knox, and Tony Storm.
Oh yes.
Yeah, that's who I'm wanting.
Tony's-
those two.
Tony Storm though, I could see possibly New Japan just because her fiance's there.
Yeah, I can see that.
Juice Robinson, by the way.
Yeah, lucky. Stop. Let me stop.
Oh,
But
and she goes both ways.
we like that. Yeah, you know, I'm thinking Mr. Nasty Time. You know, Look nasty.
Nasty.
Yeah. But I mean, it's like I feel that way about a lot of like, people or whatever. Like again, when I think of that, I also think of something like, why the hell is Io Shirai still in NXT 2.0?
That's a very good
That's
question.
that's a
don't-
$1 million question.
Yeah, I don't understand,
Very
man.
good question.
There's so many better places she could be used. I heard Ciampa was like backstage at like a SmackDown or something like that. Like, so. I heard Roderick Strong was backstage at a show.
Oh, yeah.
Like, so.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
oh yeah, LA Knight and was it LA Knight Roderick
LA
Strong
Knight,
that had
yeah.
the showcase match?
Yeah,
or
the
whatever?
dark match. Like, okay, so what are y'all doing with them then? Like, come on.
Right.
Do something.
Especially Eli Drake.
Oh man, like that really pissed me off.
They
I'm not
changed
gonna
his
lie.
name.
Oh, I love Eli Drake so much.
Yeah.
And I love him like to death, and I
Wow.
wanted him.
Drake.
I wanted him. To be honest. Now, don't get me wrong here. I love Ethan Page. But that's who I wanted instead of Ethan Page. It was Eli Drake. Imagine that now.
I can understand.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like, it's cool. Like, I love Men of the Year. I really do. I'm not gonna lie. Their theme, their swagger about everything. But they got to do something notable. And now, was it that Lambert guy or whatever? He went to Archer or something like that. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, explain that to me.
Yeah, that
Where
doesn't
did
make
relationship
sense.
come from? I thought he was with Jake.
It's really weird.
Apparently he's with both of them.
Yeah, he's with both of them.
Which is
What?
weird. And Men of the Year like attacked Archer like I think a week or two before the concussion happened.
Yeah. Lambert is just like to Jake.
So,
Like
now
it's
all
really
of-
like he's both of ours.
all of a
Just
sudden-
keep that
Right.
around.
Cool.
Oh man. But I mean, I just don't get that.
That was too much. That was too much.
Oh man. I don't get that dynamic though. I really don't, and I don't like where things. I pride myself on saying AEW makes sense all the time. I hate when it doesn't make sense, and I have to bring attention to it. Like for instance, something making sense. Pride and Powerful. About to leave Jericho. Like we wanted that for like the past year. Like, and that just makes sense. Put them with Eddie effing Kingston. That makes sense.
That's money.
I think they're just trying to find something for Lambert. Like that's what I think. They're just trying to find something for him. I get that, but just make it make sense. Don't Nightmare Factory it or Nightmare Collective it. Just
Well, yeah, I mean the Lance Archer thing. I guess we're jumping into Dynamite now.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that I see it as like it's just something to kill time until Revolution.
me too.
I hope that
It's filler.
if it is a title, ends up being a title match, that it's a Dynamite title match,
And that's okay.
and not the paper.
Yeah, that's okay to be filler. Like I said, don't do the pay-per-view. Like, just
No.
don't. That's not a money match. That's not a match we would want to see whatsoever.
That's
So-
a beach break match.
Yeah, but it's not even on Beach
Right,
Break.
you said it's not beach.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't put it for that.
I'm pretty sure they have a next special coming up. They always have specials. So that's cool. It makes me feel
Yeah,
special. So,
Yeah,
He still
Well,
feels so mid-card to me, though.
yeah, that's my problem. It's just like he just feels like he's not main
Yeah,
event. Like,
got the championship, now what?
yeah, I'm not hyped over, like the last time he did this. What did he do? Fight Moxley for the title? And same thing happened, but the same thing's gonna happen again with Hangman because Hangman's time's not done. We know
to me,
that.
it feels like with certain people, the fun is all in the chase.
I
And
guess.
not actually obtain.
Yeah, then when they-
the
once
championship.
they get-
get it, it's just like,
once they get the title, it's like
yeah,
okay.
Like, what do you do now?
But if you're gonna do something like this, at least put some real thought into it. Like the time they did Eddie Kingston and Moxley. We knew Eddie wasn't winning that right there, but that still felt big time.
It was
It
still
made
interesting.
event,
It was still interesting.
It was still
With the-
very interesting.
He made it interesting with the promos and the segments.
Yeah, I was all about that. I'm not gonna lie, I was very much all about that.
And
But you can't do it all the time, I guess.
yeah, certain people can do it, some people can't, I guess.
Yeah.
But what would make sense for the pay-per-view at this point is, especially since they were talking about how like Adam Cole is like number one
Number one.
contender,
Yeah,
to be Hangman and Cole for the title
but then see,
at the pay-per-view.
yeah, I think that's what they're gonna go with. Because I don't see it going any other way.
Yeah.
and to establish.
And I'm thinking they're waiting until Kenny comes back to get more speculation on that going and to create more tension between the two sides of the elite.
I mean, because when is Roddy's contract up?
No, he just like re-signed
He
like
renewed.
last year,
Oh,
but he's not exempt from being released. But he opened his pro wrestling tee shop back up. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So
like,
I think
he knows.
I think he sees the writing.
he
on the
knows.
wall.
Yeah. He always knows. But
You lost the Cruiserweight Championship, right? You know what comes after that.
Oh yeah, that belt's no longer there. At
the
this
tag
point.
team title?
No.
No.
Oh, I think we both know what it is.
And
Get me round up right now.
Getting ready to get them papers. Ah man, papers.
Yeah, the fact that they like just disregards cruiserweights is another issue of many issues that they have over there because when I was growing up, the cruiserweight division WCW was very prestigious. It was one of the best segments on Nitro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look forward to that.
That's one of the things that pull people to
every
WCW.
week.
Especially when Nitro was 3 hours. Like they knew how to do 3 hours.
Yeah.
Nitro was 3 hours?
Yes.
Yes.
From 8 to 11.
Man, I'm young.
Once upon a time,
I
yes.
had no idea.
Because Raws used to be pre-recorded. It wasn't live for a minute.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah, like every other week it was.
Yeah, and I put some butts in the seats.
Yeah. Change the channel, Marge. Click.
But I mean,
Where'd everybody go?
You're right.
Shout out to Shivani. I'm glad you're back.
yeah, Skivone, we love you.
Skivo.
Yeah.
But I mean, speaking of this Adam Cole thing and what they might do with the championship, I could see that match, but they gotta sell me on it. I don't want the match just for the sake of having the match because he's number one.
Yeah, you
sometimes
want
that
build
works,
though, right?
Yeah, sometimes that works. And that's what the ranking systems is for. Like, oh, who's next in line or whatever. And that's kind of what they do sometimes. They lean on that sometimes. But this is not one of those times
No,
to do that.
and I'm sure the Full Gear follow, especially with the Bucks nodding their head to Hangman, is going to come into play, and also when Kenny comes back.
Right, exactly.
I'm sure they got shit figured out.
But then there's going to be like 4 of them. They have shit figured out, but I don't. And that's a problem. So
That's
I like to
okay.
know what I'm getting into.
It's okay. You don't have to be let in.
Yeah, that's a WWE way of thinking,
Right.
to be honest, when you think about it. Cornette's like, no.
Oh no. I don't want to wait 6 months.
Remember, with all Lee, we can wait to see how it plays out.
We can
and it will
let
play
it
out.
play out. The famous line. Jesus, and we let that play out.
Speaking of
Over
playing
in
out,
E.
That Punk MJF situation. I'm enjoying that play.
I'm really enjoying the ride. Cornette's absolutely right on that. Like that, the ride. Like I don't even care if we don't get the match because it seemed like we talked about this a few weeks ago. It seemed like they were putting a pin in it. Did nothing about putting a pin in it. They just kept going the next week. But
Yeah, MJF has nobody left to hide behind, so that
he's gonna figure something out.
it has to be a Revolution match.
Yeah,
It
they're
has
gonna get to Revolution. It's only what, a month away? Not even. Isn't it?
Like
kind of early.
like a
in
month.
February?
Yeah, like a month in a week. But February goes by very quickly.
Yeah, we're in the last week of January
Yeah.
already. So yeah, that's soon. So they're closing that up.
Actually, aren't we going to be in Jersey in the same weekend?
Probably. Yeah. Yeah, that's around our season finale. So
I mean, we can still catch it. I'm sure.
more on that later.
Yes.
But not later this show, but we'll get to it. But I mean, I'm gonna go out on a limb here right now and say I hope that MJF gives Punk his first loss.
That's who I want to give it to him too.
That's exactly one.
Me no, not yet.
No?
Not yet, because Punk is basically, without even having the title, he's the face of the company. He's the unofficial ambassador for that company. So I feel like you have to capitalize on that while it's hot. And he has to hold the world title at least.
I don't think they should pull a Jericho thing with him.
It's not a Jericho thing.
How so? I mean, because they're using his.
Because Jericho didn't have the buzz that Punk has.
I guess he was never really the man. Like how he's the man.
Yeah, Jericho was like the most experienced out of everybody. That's why he became the first, and it was his name that was able to bring attention to the product.
Yeah.
Now that that's been accomplished, and CM Punk is now in the fold, you have to use his name.
But that's why I think MJF should do it, because then all the other pillars
Not yet.
have gotten their fair share of success.
Yeah.
And now it's MJF's turn to make a big statement. That could be that big statement.
Not right now, though.
You know?
No.
Yeah. I guess.
I think Punk could take a loss and still have.
Yeah, exactly. That's what
it's
I'm thinking.
Not gonna take any luster off of him.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. It's not gonna take any luster. But I mean,
not right now.
To each their own. But then, okay, so then who? I mean, that's kind of unfair
Yeah. So
question
who
to
do you
ask.
see taking again?
I was gonna ask him that, but that's kind of an unfair question right now because it could happen so far down the line. But then again, Punk has to lose sometime. So who's it gonna be?
Yeah, I understand that, and we have plenty of time for that. And it could even be MJF could get the win back, because that's how they do. Like
I feel like it would
that's
make
how I feel about Danielson.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't expecting him to lose the match to Paige.
Yeah,
I thought
me
he was a
either.
given to get the title, but him losing, it didn't make a lick of difference. Like he's still as big as he is.
Yeah, I still popped hard from what
Yeah.
happened on Rampage. So, anybody want to tell us what happened on Rampage?
yeah, and it's gonna be Danielson and Moxley without WWE handcuffs.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah, that's gonna be great.
Cornette then went full Vince on us. Oh my
Oh,
god.
you guys know what this means.
yeah.
Give me a towel.
Listen, regardless, like MJF, he is one of the pillars. He's definitely gonna be world champion at some point. I say it all the time, but I think for now, while you have Punk there, while the buzz is still there, he has to be the champion at least for a
But
little
yeah,
while.
but now you're putting him in something similar to a Wyatt situation where he's all talk, and then when it comes to the match that's more important, he's not getting over.
Because MJF has had that inverse Wyatt effect, whereas he gets the win in the big matches. He beat Darby. He beat Cody.
He's beat the three pillars already. He's beaten Cody.
Yep. So it's just like, okay, when MJF took the loss to Moxley over the title,
It was
That didn't hurt him.
underhanded. It was
Yeah.
underhanded, but
yeah, that didn't hurt
I'm
him.
looking more at that Jericho.
Well, that was by design because always in like shoot interviews that he does, he always like talks about Dictator Jod and how he used an illegal move to beat me. So
Yeah.
I think they did it. They did it where Moxley used the paradigm shift anyway, even though he wasn't
He was
supposed to.
supposed to.
So that MJF could claim like, oh, use an illegal move on me. I'm still the best. I'm still better than you.
Forgot about that stipulation or whatever.
So that's because of things like that. That's why I don't worry about MJF. Even if he were to have this match with Punk and lose, because he'll eventually come back and he'll get the world title. And it's not a Bray Wyatt situation, because Bray Wyatt would, or at least with the E, they would have him. They would build him up, and then he wouldn't deliver. And they had him lose like numerous times. MJF doesn't lose like that. In fact, when MJF even wrestles, it's a big deal.
Yeah, it's mostly because his talents are as good as he are at both or whatever. We found that out at Full Gear, live on location, Tinseltown, USA. But as good as he is at both of those things, his talents are best spent promo work right now. So like being on the mic, sparring with people, stuff like that, doing backstage segments and things of that nature, like what he did with Wardlow on Dynamite.
Yeah, and that's another thing too that I think Punk should win, because you also have the Wardlow storylines.
You think Wardlow costs him?
Yeah,
That could be a way to get away with it.
Yeah, that's what and I would be perfectly fine with that
I
scenario.
can see that happening.
Because we all know like the Wardlow Batista face turn is coming.
Oh yeah. And that's aptly named too, because I can't tell you how hard I marked out in 2005 for Batista giving the thumbs down. I can't. Oh man, it was something else. I was in
when they knew how to write. They don't know how to write now.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. I was in 10th grade. That was ruthless aggression era, and it was just so good. And then like they made a whole night of it. Whereas like Batista was listening in on Triple H and Rick and stuff like that. Like the crowd knew that he knew, but Triple H didn't know that he knew. Blah blah. It was good. It was masterstroke. But I just really hope they take the time with Wardlow to do it because it will make him a viciously hot superstar in AEW. That's what we need. That's exactly what we need out of him. The first time and I'm pretty sure I can find this proof somewhere in the chat. The first time we saw Wardlow on AEW, I was like, he's gonna be a star. Immediately he's gonna be a star. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but he's gonna be a star. And
they're doing it.
Yeah, and they're doing it, and I am very, very, very much enjoying it. Very much enjoying it.
Well, the only reason I have my argument with Punk and MJF, with MJF needing to go over, is because
I know why.
No, it's not Jericho. It's not Jericho.
For once.
I feel. Yes, Jericho beat him because it's a relevancy thing. He needs to stay over and stay relevant. I feel like Punk needs to
I do agree.
because he's a bigger name.
At this point, Jericho needs to
play
for a while.
Yeah, Punk is a bigger name.
That's what I'm saying. So it was not going to hurt him to lose to this guy, to this young guy.
I'm souring on Jericho.
It'll put him over a lot more by beating
him. Yeah. Oh man, and he would never shut up about it, and that's what we want. That's why I want him.
Like Heyman and Brock Lesnar beating The Undertaker at WrestleMania, he would not shut up about it for damn near a year.
My client, Brock Lesnar, conquered the undefeated WrestleMania streak at WrestleMania. I missed that.
It would give him more heat and put him in a different stratosphere as far as that goes.
But that's the thing. See, and I'm kind of glad that that MJF isn't a heel act that needs a mouthpiece, like you were talking about. That in that regard, I am very glad that that's not the case. So it's so up in the air though. But notice how we're talking about all these avenues that it could go down, things like that. This is literally just three people. That's Punk, MJF, and Wardlow. That's literally it. You throw Spears in there, that's cool. I'm cool with Spears, definitely. But you know what he did with the squash match with CM Punk served a specific purpose, and it was awesome. It was great. I've never been more proud of the Spears in my life.
No offense, but you kind of saw that coming a mile away.
No, I actually did not. I'm not lying. I was just literally enjoying the show, and I didn't even think of it.
And actually, that squash match, it inadvertently puts Wardlow over too, because
he destroyed
because Wardlow beat the shit out of Punk, and meanwhile.
And you realize they put that.
And they're looking at him like, what the fuck? But then Shawn Spears comes in and he doesn't do a damn thing.
Yeah. You realize they put that on CM Punk's nameplate, right? CM Punk survived Wardlow's Powerbomb Symphony. Right? Okay. Yeah, that's a big thing.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like Wardlow has the Powerbomb Symphony, which you could
the old Jericho move.
You could call it.
He's stealing my move.
You could call it a rip off of Suplex City if you want, but I don't care. I like it.
Brock kind of fell into Suplex City. The crowd latched on because Brock did say it out loud.
Suplex City, bitch.
At WrestleMania 31.
And then he got shirts made.
WrestleMania 31.
Well, we know where that originally came from. Chris Benoit and Kurt Angle.
Yo,
God. The family.
Those classics, man. I used to love watching those. I'm not gonna lie, just their whole shebang. That's some good watching.
Like versus Crossface.
Better times.
And it's a shame. Sometimes obviously Benoit, blah blah blah.
Yeah. I don't want to get into it right now.
Yeah, I mean, we'll broach on that someday. At what point do you look at legacy of his, or do you just ignore it?
No.
We'll get into that at some point.
You would ignore it?
No, it will not. You can't ignore that.
Oh no, that's what's happening.
No. But anyway, lots of good stuff that did happen with Dynamite, Rampage, stuff like that. Do you want to give us some some quick results or whatever of what happened on Dynamite?
Yeah, because we didn't really go into the Moxley return. He is we've heard that he is coming back just because of he has he had, I don't know, did he have the match at Homicide? With Homicide, or is that tonight?
That's tonight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's tonight.
So we knew he was coming back to GCW, and then it was either Tuesday or Wednesday day of that they announced that Moxley is going to officially coming back to AEW.
GCW jumped the gun a little bit, but I don't think AEW is mad about that.
He opened the show, and one thing that's they've kind of been doing a lot lately is that they're opening these shows with opening segments as opposed to matches, but the segments do serve a purpose.
There's nothing wrong with that at all.
When you do it right.
Yeah,
and they did it right. They've been doing it right.
It's not bastardized like at the other place. And Moxley, I'm glad he's back. He looks a lot better. He's more leaner.
Oh yeah. More cut. You can see.
You can even see it in his face. And then when he wrestled on Rampage,
he was lean.
He's lean. You look at that comparison. Dad bod. The comparison picture out there, he had that dad bod, but then more so his face. He was just he was
gone.
He was
not
mad.
Third world country gone, just in shape.
And I didn't even notice it because you don't notice it at that time.
Somebody was talking shit, and then and I'm so glad that this made the air. He told him to go fuck himself.
And they don't.
That's Jericho's new thing he's trying to do.
God, get the hell no! Stop that.
FOH of the week.
That's pretty much it. Just stop. I swear he's
GFY.
Yeah.
GFY. Shut up.
It's like he just figured out what that means. It's like, oh, let me cool on the shirt. What did Aubrey? I mean Jessica. Damn. It's just no, stop. And I think that I wonder if somebody was defending him, I think it was Dez. It might have been where, I was Jericho needs to stop this. Stop doing this crap. Trying to be super. There's a point where
you could just meme up from Grown Ups.
Yeah, you could just fade into the background a little bit. That's cool. Make people. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. So, you don't have to be the center of a storyline or whatever like that. That's cool that you're here right now serving that purpose for PNP, because I can't wait to see that. I've wanted to see Inner Circle implode for the better part of 3 years.
I think now it's time.
Yeah. Now it's time. It should have been time Stadium Stampede, but...
I understand that sentiment, but I'm okay with it because it got Sammy G the moment.
Sammy G could have had an infinite amount of moments that would have garnered the same level.
But you know what? You are in rare air and a great superstar when you have massive crowd control the way he had it. People were dead silent and let him talk.
It's like a Japanese crowd.
Other than the one heckler who got kicked out, but that crowd was quiet the whole time he was
and
talking.
even with the reactions or whatever, they got the reactions.
Yeah,
they went right
they
back
reacted
silent.
when they were supposed to. They got quiet when they were supposed to.
Right back silent.
A lot of people can't do that.
And now we gotta segue to Bully Ray.
Needless to say, Renee's panties were wax. So
I'm sure they were.
Get her a towel.
Right.
But take us through Bully Ray, man.
So basically, in a nutshell, he said that.
Yeah, tell him GFY. There you go.
Yeah, he said that Moxley needs to apologize for saying that. And meanwhile, if you go back to ECW, he would yell at women in the crowd talking about her mother taught her how to suck dick.
Yeah.
So you are the last person that needs to tell somebody to apologize to a fan. An unruly fan at that.
Yeah, then he had a whole big tiff or whatever. He was under fire for a while.
Yeah.
After stuff like that.
Yeah, he talks about wanting heat, and then he's telling Moxley to apologize.
No, he needs to apologize for telling Mox to apologize.
He's a very confused man.
Yeah. I still don't like that you blocked me, so whatever.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You blocked us. You blocked us because now me is us, and you blocked the Rock Solid Wrestling Talk podcast.
Wait,
We don't like that.
wait, did he block your personal account or the podcast account?
No, the podcast account.
We don't care about that.
Me too. No, me too. He blocked me too.
Oh, both. He blocked both of them. Oh, I was gonna say like
He's
you.
a jackass.
He blocked me first. Like,
I was gonna say.
oh really?
I'm gonna block you and your podcast.
So,
How about that?
You feel like you can just show up.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's been enough talk. It is now time for the main event.
That's right.
This is for the Rock Solid Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. Champion's Choice has decided in Name That Wrestling Theme. Now we'll announce the participants. Of course, we got Kenny Cornette holding the Attitude Belt, looking to add the Rock Solid Wrestling title to his collection. And then we have the champion, Buck Nasty, Marcus Johnson.
He's not gonna add it to his collection. It's gonna stay right here.
Oh shit, it's already getting heated up. Okay, here are the rules. Each contestant will have a chance to name as many wrestling themes as they can while I play them in my little phone shuffler here. At the end of which, however many correct answers that they get, the other person has to fill up this cup with water and how many drips that they got correct. Whoever spills this cup at the end of it will lose, and then the remaining person left standing is the champion.
That's correct. So, anybody got a coin? See who go first, or should I just name myself to go first?
Well, I was going to say that since I'm moderating this thing, we're gonna have it so that the challenger goes first.
In the
And
worst
then the
of 8 mile,
champion
let that
goes.
bitch go
Posh,
first.
posh. Whatever.
Is everybody okay with that? Any questions, comments, or concerns?
Yeah,
before we-
he can go first. He can go first.
All right. Well, let me.
Put that in your pocket. Just put it in
Happy
your
Gilmore up here.
Kids love candy.
Oh, before we begin, I will leave the code to this phone since it locked on.
0909.
Okay.
Hey, don't tell the world you're.
That's my son's phone.
Oh,
They ain't gonna find my son.
they will not. We will find you and kick your ass. All right.
It's not.
Day to kick your ass.
We might have to cut this out. It's saying no.
Oh, yeah.
That was the wrong code.
Oh.
1003.
Oh, giving us the wrong stuff.
That's my other son. I thought you said that
Oh.
phone locked with the. That's the stopwatch I like. Okay.
The stopwatch phone.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
See, if I knew that, you know.
All right. So now, Kenny, in a little bit, I'm going to start the clock and I'm going to start playing the music.
As fast as you can.
Are you ready?
Wait, do we yell them out at the same time as they're playing?
No,
Or
just you. This is your
That's what I'm saying.
turn.
Do I say them as they're playing?
As
or-
they're playing, yeah. And as soon as you get it right, he goes to the next one, and the next one, and the next one. Just keep going.
Oh.
Make sure
We
you
still got
count.
30, okay.
Make sure you count how many he gets right.
Okay. And then just one quick question. Do you just want to say like the wrestler's theme or just or the title or the
No, the wrestler's thing.
wrestler's theme is
Whoever's it is, it could
Yeah.
be from any point in their career that they've had that theme. So that's what's gonna be tricky part about it.
okay. All right. So on your mark.
Make sure
Get
you get
set.
30 seconds.
Go.
Awesome! I came to
Turn down a little bit.
Hook.
Correct.
Turn down a little bit.
stir it up.
Turn it down a little bit. Turn it down a little bit.
Damn.
Time. All right. How many did you get right?
So that was
4.
3 out of 4. Okay.
So
So I got.
Champ, I will need you to do the honors.
All right.
And
Let me. All right, you can leave it right there because that's not gonna want to move. Trust me. Hold on a second. Yeah.
Let's get that shit.
Nah, yeah, that's not what's happening here.
I see what's happening, yeah.
Those adorable.
Open your eyes, think it is.
All right. So how many I gotta put in there? 4.
4.
All right. Damn.
I would say count like 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. That might be hurting your chances there, Mr. Nasty.
That's it.
Tomato, tomato.
All right. You see that knob over there? Turn that just a little bit to the left. Left. Knock it.
All right. So, are you ready, Mr. Nasty?
Yes, I am.
All right. On your mark. Get set.
No real.
Correct.
Box.
Correct.
Britt. Baker. Brian. No, Daniel Bryan.
Correct.
Kofi Kingston. Oh, come on! What the hell is that?
Oh, time.
Damn it! What the hell? See, that sucks. Damn it!
By the way, that one was Jim Johnson's version of The Beautiful People.
Oh, god damn it! Man, there's no way I
That
was
was
see
random.
that. Yeah,
That
that's
was
see.
random.
Okay, I get it. That's all right. How many did I get right though?
But you did get 5.
Yeah, maybe. Let's go.
So-
No 5 drops in that cup.
Put 5 drops in there, Kenny, please, before your turn. 2.
All right. And a lot of these are going to cycle over or whatever. It's just again, just quick, and it get easier as we go along.
All right, so this will be round number 2.
2. Sweet.
Yes, sir.
I'm
Kenny,
ready.
are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, on your mark. Get set. Go. Correct. Correct.
Get your brothers.
Correct.
Vince McMahon.
Correct.
Brock Lesnar.
Correct.
Oh, that take content?
Time.
Time.
Would that take content?
Yes, it was. Take
Yes,
it.
that was the counter.
And how many was that? 5.
Actually, I think 7.
I had 6 or 7.
6. 7.
1, 2,
Y'all wanna go with 6 or
3,
7?
4, 5, 6. Actually, maybe I think 6.
6. Okay. Let's do this.
Oh shit.
Let's do this. It's 6, right?
Yeah, 6.
All right.
All right.
Let me get your hand with
Hey,
that.
get the hell out of here. You mother.
I gotta watch you.
3.
Yeah. Was that? You got to count that as 3 or just 2?
3.
Oops. That's 6. All right.
All right. So now it is Marcus's turn. Are you ready?
I got a plan. Yes, I am.
All right, Mr. Nasty. In 3, 2, 1.
Ah, man of the year. MJF.
Correct.
South Cole. Jericho.
Correct.
Big E.
Correct.
Matt Hardy.
Correct.
Shawn Michaels.
Correct.
Pass.
That was time.
That was time,
anyway.
damn it.
He was 32 seconds.
I couldn't figure out the last one anyway.
That was Darren Young.
See, I keep getting stupid ones. Like,
And they
costing me a
last
point.
one.
Like, what the hell?
That had been a good 7 or 8, right?
Oh,
Well, that's never good.
yeah, it was 7.
Okay. 7 trips. Ric Flair drip. Oh, you little. Okay.
Careful though, this
Okay.
this
Okay.
extra Philly could work.
Oh, I got the same goddamn strategy.
Okay, all right.
I know what you
all right,
want
I see
to.
Okay.
I know what you're
Okay,
up to. I gotta watch you.
Mm-hmm. All
All
right.
right,
All
well,
right.
that was round 2,
Oh,
and we're
boy.
getting ready to go into round 3.
Oh, Evans.
Titty wrestling too. All right, so it's Kenny's turn, right?
It is.
Yes.
I'm ready whenever you
He's
are.
feel that quite heavily.
Yeah. Heavy-handed.
All
I
right,
am.
you ready?
Hey, I can't help it. I got a left foot too.
All right, so starting the clock at 3, 2, 1.
The revolution is televised.
Pass. Lucha Brothers. CM Punk.
Time.
Oh, I know who that was.
That was Jay Carter, by the way.
Yeah.
But you got 4.
All right. So. All right.
And keep pouring them forward.
All right. Resetting the clock. It is now Mr. Nasty's turn.
Mr. Nasty time.
All right. Are you ready, Mr. Nasty?
And make sure y'all are aware that, again, you know, it's only like a list of like 100 themes or whatever. No matter how long we go, you can have repeats. You just gotta be able to nail off the top of your head.
That is
Like
correct.
I said, easier as we go
Oh,
along.
wait. On your toes.
All right.
Let's do it.
Starting the clock in 3, 2, 1.
Hook.
Correct.
Kane.
Correct.
Pass. Page. Stone Cold. Christian. Pass. Chris Benoit. JBL.
Correct.
Road Dogg. New Age Outlaw.
No.
And that's time.
Oh, you
passed
didn't
on
know?
2.
I didn't want to waste my time.
Don't waste.
Y'all ready to shine, baby? Oh, I'm my close up,
That
baby.
was 8.
Yeah, baby. Let's go. Let's do it. Wow. Was that 9?
Hey.
Okay.
Let go. Let go.
Okay. I gotta think about this.
All right, now I see the glass is almost full. As we go into round 4. So Kenny does have a very good chance if he can get as many correct answers. He could win the title. Ooh,
Nasty in danger.
The tension, the drama, the suspense. It's terrible.
It's killing me.
I hope.
Oh my God.
I hope it'll last. All right, I'm getting ready to start round 4. Are you ready, Mr. Cornett?
Hold on, man.
Well,
Of course I want to eat when it's my turn.
oh, snack break.
Yeah. Rolling.
At least it's not a dance break.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, 3, 2 and 1.
Sin Cara.
Correct.
Big Show. Pass. Daniel Bryan.
Correct.
Undertaker.
And that's time. And that was 6.
6. Technically, it wasn't Daniel Bryan. It was Bryan Danielson.
Well, we know him as either one. It doesn't matter. It's the same cheap guy music.
I guess. How many?
We will
6.
We will accept aliases
We'll
as long as we
accept,
know.
we'll accept it.
As long as it's the person you are naming.
All right. 6.
Yep.
Bill Wisely.
2. Rising.
3.
6. That's all you get. Put it down.
Yeah, you
Put it down. Yeah, put it down.
Damn it.
So Mr.
There will
Nasty,
be no cheating in here.
Mr. Nasty has let an extra drip fall out. Hopefully that does not work against him. As
No, it has
the
6,
contest
right?
progresses.
Yeah, that was 6.
Yeah.
You try to go more. There will be no cheating. He's over here, Mr. Burns himself.
I forgot. That was 6. It's okay. It's all right.
No, Buck Nasty's the nastiest hater of all time.
One of the bad because you know what I'm saying. Oh, my drink. All right, my turn.
No, it's my turn, right? No.
You just
I just
you
win.
just- yeah,
Yeah,
you
I
just
just
win.
win.
So it's my
Yeah,
turn.
your turn.
Yes.
And
I mean, no cheating in here.
Yeah,
Mr.
I'm
Burnett.
cheating.
Yes, there will be no extra turns, Mr. Cornett. All right, so are you ready, Mr. Nasty?
Yes, I am.
All right, starting the clock in 3, 2, and 1.
Ruby Soho. Hangman, hey.
Correct.
Damien Sandow. Evolution.
Correct.
Great Khali.
Correct.
We're a 3-man band. Okada. Rey Mysterio.
Correct. And that's time.
How many was that?
7.
It's winding. Oh, it is winding down.
Hey.
But
That was 7.
depending on how well Kenny goes, if he can get as many correct answers and cause Marcus to overflow this
Ric
cup,
Flair drip go woo on the chick.
we may have a new champion.
My watch is talking to me
Yes.
What?
and it's saying that you're not gonna get this title. What?
What?
All right. Or not.
I'm ready. Your heart
All right.
is coming out of your chest.
Oh no,
homie.
it is.
Yeah,
We're
where
starting-
it need to be.
I am starting the clock. Yeah.
What that shit scared?
3, 2, 1.
Santino Marella.
Correct.
MJF.
Correct.
Pass. Best friends.
Correct.
Ernest Action. Bray Wyatt. Hangman.
Correct.
Pass.
Nope, that's time.
That's time. How many was that? 7? I was counting.
8.
8. Do I know how to count or what? Okay, let's see. Nobody move. Nobody move. Nobody move. Not even go out there.
Come on, drink up, Jibba Boo.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6. All right, hold on. It was 7. I'm sorry.
5,
Sorry, folks.
6, 7.
Ah, yay. There we go. There we go.
astral turn of events, Marcus has made it so that we are damn near an overflow.
Let's do this.
Alright.
So this is round 5.
So it's me, right? After.
Yeah, you gotta guess.
So if Marcus gets you to overflow this cup,
He
will
is the champ.
retain.
He will retain.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Are you ready, Mr. Nasty?
Yes. Let's go fast. Go fast.
3, 2, and 1.
Sammy Guevara.
Sammy Guevara.
Correct.
Pass.
Correct.
Hangman.
Correct.
Pass. El Idolo. Wait, what? Wait, what happened?
Hold on, I have to see if that is.
Oh, it's confirming the. How much time did I lose?
Alright, let me see. Timeout, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. Well,
Actually,
tabulating the scores.
actually, no, that was incorrect.
Oh, wow. Okay. Do I get my time back or what?
Nope.
What? What?
Okay, let me see if I can set it back.
You were already about 15 seconds in there.
How was that? No,
Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it back to 15 seconds.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's fine.
So that's how much time that he has to get these answers. I'm going to replay the theme. He can either keep guessing it or pass.
No, go to the next thing. 'Cause once you get it wrong, you can't try to guess it again.
Alright, 3, 2, 1.
Oh no! Best friends.
Correct.
Darby Allin.
Correct.
Boss Man.
And that's time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 correct answers.
That's
7?
it. That's it. That's it. Wait, I got.
Ah, very clever, Mr. Cornett. So as you can see, we are just a scotch away from this cup overflowing. And Kenny has shown
I got robbed.
Kenny has shown that he has knowledge as well. But hey,
Anything can happen in a Rock Solid podcast.
Yeah.
you don't get robbed when it's champion's choice. Remember that.
That's not true. That's not true.
Buck Nasty does not agree. He has a memory of that.
Buck Nasty is not a girl.
Let me reset the clock.
You think you get
All right, so
Champ is ready when you
30
are.
more seconds. The last 30 seconds of round 6 and possibly the contest.
They counting me out.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Pass. 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 Randy Orton.
Correct.
Pass. Pass.
1. That's
I
time.
knew none of those. I knew not none of them. That sounded like some indie shit.
Okay, so
Oh no!
before that we had Sting's AEW theme.
Oh.
You got Randy Orton.
That's all I got.
Resurrection of had Jay Lethal's AEW theme.
See, I don't know none of those.
Chris Statlander.
Don't even know hers either.
Wade Barrett from 2012.
Nope.
And the first one was Kenny Omega's AEW theme.
Nope.
I expected at least that.
Yeah, right,
Nope.
me too.
The champ don't like Kenny Omega, so he can care less.
And that might be his downfall.
It's
That's
just
all
one
I
drop.
got one.
for you,
Just
Marcus.
one.
Aha.
Okay, that's the drop. All right. Oh, come on. I don't like this pressure back on me. God damn it.
All right, so Marcus still has
Now
a
watch,
chance to retain
he
his
about to
title.
get all the easy ones.
Marcus still has a chance.
Yeah,
to
he got
retain his
a
title.
chance to
It is
return.
on shuffle.
We'll see what happens. And this is all on shuffle.
Oh,
This will start in 3, 2, 1.
Dustin Rhodes.
Correct.
Darby Allin.
Correct.
Best friends.
Correct.
Jay Lethal.
Correct.
Wayne Barrett. AJ Lee.
Correct.
Thunder Rosa. Wayne Barrett. I don't know. Taz.
Oh, that's fine.
Ah, John Cena. God damn it.
But you got 8 correct.
Yes. Come on. Let's do this. Come on.
Mr.
Come on.
Cornette, please do
Come
the
on.
honors.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, you
Oh my God!
Ah.
No spill whatsoever.
What's that down the side?
Hey, that's condensation.
Condensation.
All right, so ooh, I almost lost track of the rounds. Are we in round
7?
8. I think so.
7?
Probably 8.
7.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Whatever.
Yeah, you can conjure this up in post editing, right?
Hmm?
So it's either 7 or 8. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it don't
Just
matter,
the tension is just
Through the
so
roof.
high. We're losing track of certain things. My apologies. All right,
Have
now-
a round like last round. That's
All right, now. Well, it looks like this is going to be the final round.
Yep.
Well, you said that like 3 rounds ago.
I'm ready when you are.
Yeah, go for it. I'm ready too. This needs to be longer.
All right, 3, 2, and 1.
John Cena.
Correct.
R-Truth.
Correct.
Sheamus.
No.
That is Sheamus.
Yes.
Bray Wyatt. Cody. Taz.
Correct.
Cesaro. Raw Thing.
Correct.
Bobby Lashley.
Nope. Oh, that's
That's
time.
nice.
Let me conjure up.
That was 8, I think.
1, 2,
Hold on.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Boy. Okay. Alright.
Hey, it was fun while it lasted.
Come on. Just give me this, give me this, give me this, give me this. Oh, you don't split it on my lap. That's not 2.
That's 2.
No, it's not. It didn't go in. It went all on my lap.
Is it 8?
7.
7.
7.
Oh, that was it?
You're
That was
done.
it.
Oh.
Wow.
So those drops are from the filler cup,
Oh.
not this cup.
All right.
This has been a very close match, ladies.
Come on!
All right, so
Talk to me.
Jesus. So now I'm going to start the stop clock once again.
Oh boy.
In 3,
God damn it.
2, 1.
Pass.
Reach.
Pass. Lucha Bros. Chris Statlander.
Correct.
Tony. Lance Archer.
Correct.
Bray Wyatt.
Join the Dark Order.
Dark Order.
Correct.
MJF.
Correct.
Pass.
Time.
Time. Was that 6?
7.
7?
Yes, let's do it. Come on. Is this filling?
Nope.
Nope,
Nope.
I saw no spillage. The contest continues. So we are entering into another round of Name That Wrestling Theme.
That cup is awesome.
Oh,
Of course you think the cup is awesome.
Hey, New Yorkers know how to make the cups, all right?
We certainly do. Upstate New Yorkers. Thank you very
Upstate New
much.
Yorkers. I'm sorry. Rephrase that.
All good. All good. Okay, let's see. I'm actually going to do. I'm going to do a little shuffling of my own. See if we can get some themes that we haven't heard yet. And I believe I have one.
Oh man.
So,
He changed his
so we will
rules.
go from here.
Ah.
All right, I am starting the clock.
Yep.
It is Mr. Brown's turn in 3,
That's not
2,
a random
and 1.
shuffle.
Gold Dust.
Correct.
Vince McMahon. Mark Henry. Jericho. Pass. Stephanie McMahon.
Correct.
Pass. Stone Cold.
Correct.
Undertaker.
Correct.
Hulk Hogan. Pass.
And that's time. That is 8 correct answers.
That wasn't even. Like the first one wasn't even gold dust.
It was.
No, it wasn't.
It was Gold Dust,
No.
clearly.
It was both of them.
Come on. 8 pours.
I didn't know I lost. Damn it. Would this stop dripping? Damn it.
Would you stop stalling?
Oh, no, don't do that. Okay, answer this.
One, 2, 3, 4. Oh!
Ah!
We have spillage on the 4th drop! Ladies and gentlemen, the winner and you! Rock Solid Wrestling Champion! Kenny
I got cheated! We gonna run that footage back!
Congratulations!
Whatever!
Oh my god!
Damn it!
Just when we thought that the cup was going to spill, it didn't, and we kept going round after round after round. So much more than I expected.
This feels good. This feels good.
This is truly a collector, ladies and gentlemen.
I will be the first ever 2-time Rock Solid Workaway Champion veteran.
Hey, you don't count out
Well,
Chico
see-
Libre
Oh, I'm counting
here.
it out.
Don't count him out.
Well,
Chico.
Don't count him out.
No! No!
You still have
He
to
did a Chico shuffle! No! Mine! No! I'm counting them out. Yeah, what's up?
You lost.
No. I didn't
He
lose.
lost.
The fans know I
Good
didn't.
game, everybody.
The fans know
Yes,
I
Buck
didn't
Nasty's a
lose.
sore loser.
Nah.
One of the nastiest haters.
Bully.
We already know.
Yeah, I am the nastiest hater. And I still got all my bling.
Yeah,
Platinum.
here's the constellation. Hold
No.
that one.
Hey, you still have pretty
Yeah,
platinum
you
to
still
hang
have,
on
yeah, you
to.
still have pretty gold there. Remember, I'm Thanos.
Wow, this.
No. No.
Well, give that one here.
Yeah, no, give me
All
that.
right, well, while they argue amongst themselves, that is going to be all the time we have. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Rock Solid Wrestling Talk podcast. Our main event is complete. We have a new champion. Kenny Cornette has one name that wrestling too.
Oh, yes.
But
Kenny Gunther.
Yes. Wait, what?
but props to both men. They both of them brought their
That was a
A-game.
hard-fought victory.
Very hard
Cheated.
fought victory.
It's all in the steady hands,
Very
bro.
well there, Mr. Cornette. So until next time, signing off. I am Chico
I'll teach
Libre.
you the secret off.
That is Kenny Cornette, our new
What a
Rock Solid
secret.
Wrestling champion. And that is Buck Nasty Marcus.
But Nasty already knows.